You need medicine. It don't always taste good. Nah. But it'll get you better. You need this medicine. Yeah. It ain't gonna always taste good. But this is what you need. Men and women, bottom line, we need to have the conversation. Your partner wants to give up control, but only if you know how to drive. This is about being the best you could ever be, whoever you are. I don't care if you're a man, a woman, LGBTQ, space aliens. I'll save anybody. I don't care. I'll teach a hedgehog how to have a threesome.
What do you mean by that?
Look, you don't have to listen to me, but you're wrong. Listen, I know I'm great. And I know you're thinking, Dante, there's no way I could be like you. But you could be me, you know why? Because you know who I was? Before I was me, I was you.
Man score 202. Better hear what I've got to say because you won't get it again.
I'm not an alpha male. I'm not a beta male either. I'm just a better man. Well, put your happiness first, because if you don't, they won't.
Yo. GYBB, get your balls back. WWDD, what would Dante do? Sexual Revolutions being podcasted. Anybody that's in the comments, give me a holler. Let me know you can hear me nice and clear. Let's get a sound check. Oh, man. Let's see. Yeah. That sounds better. Yo, what's going on, my people? What's going on? Happy Tuesday. About to get busy. Man, I'm a little disappointed. I was trying to get Harry to join in on the live today, and for some reason I could not get him. So big shout out to Luis De Jesus, ED in the building, Creative Ambitions in the building on the comments. What's up? If y'all hear me nice and clear, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Thumbs up if y'all hear me nice and clear. Before we get into it, yes. Okay, thanks, Lewis. I appreciate you. Just waiting a few minutes, killing time. Had a good week. Got a good weekend. Happy Labor Day, all that good shit. Y'all know I'm in Brooklyn, so you know the Labor Day parade was going past the house. So that was crazy. The block was on fire. That's what I'm talking about. Phones and y'all ain't waiting. Y'all got it going on. Y'all gotta make it happen now. I hear that. What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Jose. I'm calling from Texas.
What's going? And your name is one more time?
Jose.
Jose. What up, Jose? How can I help you, bro?
I'm dealing with the situation, and it's pretty non-traditional, and I don't know anybody but you that could help.
Okay, let's go.
My girl left me.
Okay.
For somebody else.
How long? First of all, I'm sorry to hear that.
5 years.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't know. Maybe it was better than it should have been, but okay. Go ahead. How long ago?
30 days ago. First guy she met on a train. Even though we are in an ethnically monogamous, she said, I'm not going to run off with this guy. It was like the first guy she had. She just ran off with him. Even though 5 years she put other women away, and I had to follow her rules, and I don't know what to do or how to get her back. 5 years, she's left a lot.
Okay, all right. So let's start from So you've been with her for 5 years. Y'all have had an open relationship, yes?
Long distance. I only see her once. So it's like there was none of that tension most couples have.
Okay.
And just like she keeps crashing out, and every time she's left, she comes back within 2 weeks.
How many?
And I knew about him. I gave the blessing.
Okay. How many times do you see her a year?
I see her every week.
Every week, okay. And
Yeah.
and where? How far off is she? Hold on, real quick. Big shout to Xavier on the Cash App. Thank you for the $10, Xavier. I appreciate you. So so she what is her excuse when she crashes out and she runs away?
I didn't know. She just said, I'm not my I flew off to another partner, which she knows. And the next day is she's posting why shed tears when you turn heads. And then I said, what the hell? And she's, I'm at my breaking point. And then 5 days later, she's just throwing flaws in my face. She sounds like she messaged talking stages who I told her about. She's just crashing out. And I don't know what I did.
Okay.
And she's now waited 45 days.
Let me ask you this. Did you do anything?
I don't know, except be Polly. Like, honestly, she knew what the deal was. And
so you told her you were poly, right?
from day one, she knew.
And is she also poly, or does she want a regular relationship with you?
I think deep down, for like 5 years, like if this resentment was building, she should have just told me.
Yeah, but
We tried a throuple. She sabotaged it.
yeah,
She just
but
sabotaged it a
then
lot.
this is not her life.
No,
You're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, bro. You want
right.
her to be something that she's not.
She could have just told me.
Yeah, but you're wait a minute. So you're expecting her to be a woman of her word, right?
That was my mistake, yes.
Okay, so do you understand what my point even saying that? Or do I have to explain it? I mean, her emotions, women are gonna, she's gonna deal with things based on her based on her, her emotions and how she feels. So she likes you a lot. She doesn't want to share you. She probably doesn't want it to be long distance. And you're trying to put a square peg into a round hole. She's just not about that life. And okay, so she did. You think her leaving you, is not her? What do you think? What would you surmise about her leaving you?
No. You're right. She wants to be, and that's fine. I just want to know, do you think she'd ever come back?
Who knows? But the point is, are you planning on not being poly?
No.
Well,
I mean, I would have if she asked sooner, but no, you're right. No, exactly. No.
So then why are you trying to put a square peg in a round hole? I understand you like her. I understand she probably likes you. I mean, one of the reasons why she's probably crashing out is because she really cares about you. But clearly,
You're right. She wasn't a woman of her word. I don't want to hurt my other partners. She was my main. I don't see anybody else often.
None of that matters.
Yeah. You're right. None of that matters.
She is dealing with her emotional state right now.
You're right.
Why are you gay?
And I. You're right. You're right.
And you're asking me how can I get her back? So listen. So let me say real quick. So you know Harry, yes?
Yes.
Harry just said to me, Harry's going through a breakup, and he said, "Get on FetLife." You know what FetLife is?
Yes.
Are you on FetLife already?
Yeah.
Okay. So and how many other partners do you have?
I really just have two. They're far away. I see them even less. It's even a farther distance.
Okay, but then...
And then I had to move out of state temporarily. So it's like all this came crashing to a head.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you said you're on FetLife, right?
Yes, I am.
So are you looking for another or something closer?
I haven't thought about that right now. I've just been so upset by this.
Well,
And
first of all, thank Harry because he said it.
Yeah, thank you, Harry.
Because I just put him. He just sent it into the comments. But the reality of this is, you're trying to get something out of somebody that doesn't want to give you that. Harry
It's
says
like partially I would give it to her now, but
Harry says there's freaks
don't
in
wanna do
every
it.
state.
yeah, I know there is. And it's like the thing is, I know I'm good at this. I am good at dating. I'm fucking awesome at it. He was just
Yeah, but you do understand
I-
you can't make look. Let's say
Yeah, I
if you
can't.
got somebody. Let's say you're into BSDM, right?
Yeah.
BDSM, right? And
Yeah.
you have a partner that's not in it. How you
Correct.
think that's going to work out? You try to put her in a cage.
It's not going to work out. You're right. It's not going to work out. And she isolates it and she pisses off other people. You're right. I just loved her so much. And I thought she loved me so much we could always work it out. You
You can work it out if you make the compromise and now look, you can have her come back, right? She'll probably, how is she younger than you?
No, she's older. Okay, she's older than me. It's like she's older than me. She's like, you're too old to be doing this.
No,
And she's
no,
throwing
she's
the
not.
guy in my face.
She's not too old.
No, you're right.
She just doesn't want it. Okay, okay. Are you straight?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so now what happens if all of a sudden some gay dude was like, "Yo, I want us to date"?
Oh, I would say no.
Okay,
You're right.
and why would you say no?
I'm not into that.
Okay,
You're right.
So what is the difference in this? The dick.
I wasn't pretending to be something I wasn't.
Yeah, but she was.
You're right, and it just hurts. Is all. It just hurts.
Okay.
And I know it's stupid because I love your work.
No. Stop. I don't want you to go down that road. I'm not. In fact, I'm not even going to let you go down that road. This is stupid. Blah blah blah. Nobody needs to beat you up. One of the reasons why I do this show is because it's to give people some kind of solace in a context where it feels confusing and you don't know what it is. And sometimes emotionally, what do I say about emotions? Never let emotions have a seat at the table, right?
That's correct. Yes.
And why do I say that?
Because then you're not going to make good decisions.
Right. And
or be honest.
And you're gonna overlook things that you didn't overlook, and you cannot make somebody be something that they don't want to be.
They're not.
If you I use the extreme example of somebody going, if a gay dude wants to hook up with you, you're like, no, I'm not gay. I'm not creeped out by it, not judging it. I'm just saying I don't want no dude fucking me, right? Well, here's
right.
where I get a lot of times where a guy goes, well, I got a girl and she kind of likes girls. She's talking, she looks at girls and this and that and the other. How do I get her how do I get her to do a threesome? And I go, you don't. Like
we did all that. We had the throuple.
That doesn't matter. None of that matters.
You're right.
The point is,
I didn't know.
she wants you in a committed relationship with her. If she wants something that you get, it's not for you. You can't be mad at her and she's crashing out and she's older than me and just like what if she said, I wanna bring another guy into the relationship? Would you be okay with that?
If she wanted to date someone else, of course.
No. Say she wanted to bring another guy in and you'll both fuck her.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
Okay. Now, what is the E in ACE stand for?
The E in what?
In ACE.
I don't know.
Okay, ACE is the acronym for the principles of the show. It's authenticity, credibility, and E is for empathy, right?
Okay.
So you say you never even thought about the fact that if she wanted to bring a dude in. Now, here's a question. I'm giving you these questions because I want you to think a little bit out the box. Say she says, I wanna bring a guy in and you and this guy fuck me. What would you say about that?
You know what? If everybody's if we're all going to talk about boundaries, sure, I'll be open to that conversation.
Okay, now what if she says, "Well, it would really turn me on if he could fuck you too"? What would you say then?
I would say no.
Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? In your mind, you think this polyamory thing is within the realms of the boundaries of whatever those you know. The first thing you said, I could, if I knew what the boundaries I could set. But the minute I go beyond your boundaries, you go no, right?
Yes.
And if she said, "Well, I just can't get off unless my man is bi and he fucks dudes," you would be like, "I guess we're not gonna be together."
Yeah, and I would say that from day one, and I would respectfully bow out. I would not pretend.
Shut up. You keep saying that.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter. Didn't she say, how many times have y'all has she crashed out and broke up with you?
I lost count.
Okay, so why do you think she was doing that?
Different, like, I don't know.
Because she don't like it. She doesn't want to do it.
No. Doesn't want to do it. I just don't know why she came back.
Okay,
I
she
would
comes
leave her
back
alone.
because why do you think she comes back?
Because she likes me?
Yeah. Because you're good at dating. Whatever it is you're doing, she likes it. But she likes that.
Now she says she doesn't like me anymore.
Yeah, that's just not true.
She said, I don't love you anymore. I'm in love with him.
Yeah, that's not true. And even if she says that, that'll last a few minutes, and then she's gonna have to deal with the idea that y'all have a relationship and y'all have intimacy. And you gotta understand, if she's crashing out and she's running, it's because she has emotions. See, you would have a huge problem if she wasn't crashing out. If she came to you and said, "Listen, I just don't really feel this anymore, and I want to move on." If she did it the way that you keep, why wouldn't she, like the way you would say, you're saying how you would handle it, then you would have a problem because she would really not like you. But she's crashing out. She's crashing out because of the emotion.
Now she's cold. When I talk, she's just cold.
Is she always, every time when she breaks up, is she that way or no?
It's hard to say because she won't talk. She'll block me for like a week or something, and then she'll come back. But it's never been this long before.
Okay, so I mean, and it might have ran its course, but the reality is that this is not for you. I mean, I understand you love her.
No, it's not.
But the bottom line with any of this is that she doesn't want the same life that you want.
Okay, that's fair.
So you got to either give her what she wants, or you got to go this. And if she comes back, you know what's going to happen? She's going to crash out again and leave again.
Yeah, it's not credible. I can't, even if I gave her monogamy, there is something in her brain. And
we don't know that. We don't know that. You never gave her monogamy, and you don't want to give her monogamy.
No, I don't.
See, so I'm all about you putting yourself first, putting your happiness first. And so if this is the lifestyle you want, and this is what you can have that. The problem is you just can't have it with everybody you want. And it just happens that you love this woman, so you want her to be okay with the polyamory. You love her, and you don't see what the problem is. And she's going, "I don't like it." And she's not actually saying it to you, but she's saying it to you. If you're dating a chick and she goes, listen, every time y'all have an argument, she fights and yells and screams and maybe even wants to get physical, right? And you say, "Listen, this is not okay. This kind of behavior is not okay," right? And you go, well, this behavior is unacceptable. And she agrees. She goes, "Well, listen, this is how I get down. I'm emotional. I'm hot-headed, whatever. Even if I'm Latino and I have hot blood, whatever the fuck bullshit she says, right? And then you go back with her, right? What should you expect the next time y'all have an argument?
The same thing.
The same thing. And so if you don't
Right.
want that, then what do you have to do?
I have to keep to my word.
You have to move on.
Yeah, and it just hurts. And
Okay, now I'm going to deal with the hurt part in a second, but I just want you to understand this. You get to have what you want, and if you don't have what you want, I can teach you how to get it. But what you have to do is you got to be honest. When I say that the acronym about the show is ACE. ACE is authenticity, credibility, and empathy. Number one, authenticity. You got to tell the truth. Now, telling the truth doesn't just mean you telling the truth. It means you also being honest with the situation to yourself.
yeah,
Right?
you're right.
And so if you can't even count the amounts of times that she has broke this off and crashed out or whatever, right? Then you're not even trying to understand her. You don't even have any empathy to now. Just because you are able to communicate in a reasonable way, right? Doesn't mean that other people have that ability. But the message is clear, is it not?
Yeah, it is clear.
Okay.
It's very clear.
So you got to understand, either you're going to change or make some kind of compromise. And I don't know if you made the compromise if she wouldn't crash. We don't know that. But at the very least, what this situation that's right in front of us is that you want to be polyamorous. She doesn't, right? And she is actively looking for a replacement for you.
Yeah, correct.
The problem is that she's having a hard time replacing you, right? And so she crashes out, she leaves. I hate you, I like this guy, and then she comes back. Then she does it again, I like it, and then she comes back, right? Until she finds somebody who can beat your time, right?
How would they beat my time?
Whatever. She finds somebody who she likes better. Somebody who is everything that you are, and monogamous. Now, whether she can find that or not is questionable, but the point is you have to understand that every time she crashes out and she leaves, that's what she's trying to do. She's not about this life. You understand?
No, you're right, you're right. She's not.
So you're not being honest with yourself, because if she's done this several times, from the second time that she did this, you should have said then, listen, I'm not going to change who I am, and so it's best we go our separate way. Then at the very least, she's got no reason to crash out and be mad at you. So if she comes back, you go, look, this is not, when she comes back, you go, look, you understand that this is not going to change. Then if she keeps crashing out and fighting and stuff, then you have to decide whether your peace of mind is more important than anything else. Understand?
And now that this has happened, I would be able to actually put my foot down and say, no, you either accept it or this is not.
No, you can't even tell her put it down, because she's not going to accept. This is, you should have called me the first time she crashed out.
I didn't know about the show until then.
Okay. Well, the point is now that you have no credibility because you keep letting her come back and go and come. And I'm not saying that. Understand something. I understand. If you don't want somebody to like you the way that she likes you, just don't be so dope. You know? Be more of an asshole. Now, I'm being sarcastic. You are who you are. She likes who you are, and y'all have just come to an impasse where it just doesn't line up. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. What happens is the emotional pain wants the heart wants what it wants, but the head wants something else, and there's a conflict, and you've just come to this place where you can't pass this. You can't get past this. You're at the non-negotiables, right?
Yeah, it is the non-negotiable.
Okay,
Should
so
get it
here's
sooner. I
now.
thought that
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
if she told me I'm bisexual, I am poly, but you're right. Her words do not match her actions. I believe the words, not the actions.
Yeah, if somebody says if you were married and you were monogamous, and every time you turn around, your wife's somewhere fucking somebody, then what does she have to say? I'm poly? No, you know she's every time you turn around, she got somebody else's dick in her mouth, right? It makes it obvious, right?
Yeah.
Even if you
And I
told her
think
you were
it's-
monogamous, you still gonna do your dirt. And I'm not. I shouldn't even say dirt. Is you're just gonna be who you want to be, and that's okay.
You're
But
right.
you just can't do it with her.
No, I can't do it with her. So,
Okay. Now
right,
here's the
gotta-
second part of it, the pain, right?
Yeah.
We are. I mean, anybody will tell you that I'm an atheist, right? So I believe in Darwinism. I believe in evolutionary science and everything. And what I do know is that we are mammals, right? And this is as scientific as it can get. We pair bond, right? When we're with somebody and we're intimate with somebody, we get accustomed to their smell, we get accustomed to the way they taste, we get accustomed to the way they feel, we know how their body responds, and so all of that, even the hanging out, whether you realize it or not subconsciously, you know how she smells.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And so what happens is, because we're mammalian, we pair bond. We link to each other. We get used to each other
do.
on a chemical level, on an instinctual level. Make sense?
Yes, it does.
So here's what happens. The pain, I'm not saying it's not pain, but the pain of this is just the fact that you have to reboot the hard drive. And how do you
You're right.
reboot the hard drive? Is something that I've said. I haven't said that in years, but getting over your girl is 5 pussies away.
You know, I'm on 2 right now, so
Okay.
got 3 more.
Okay, so the first time when you're on, well, you're already polyamorous, so this may not be the exact same, but usually when you're going through the breakup and you're thinking about the girl that you really care about, it's awkward, yes?
Yes, it is.
And then the second time, it's a little bit better, right?
Yeah, it is just a little bit.
And then the third time, it's a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then the fourth time, it's
Well, I
even.
haven't been at
The fourth time, you start to get comfortable, and the fifth time, you're out. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you won't still have feelings for her, and that's not the point. But the point is, you have to unplug the computer, leave it off for 10 seconds, and plug it back in. You got to reboot. And I know that sounds almost cold and scientific, but it is just so. And so you got to go through this until you reboot.
You're right. I've never had to really reboot before. It's been a very
And
long time.
and the fact that how do I know that the first time was awkward? Because this is not just you. This is anybody that goes through a breakup. What women try to do a lot of times is what they'll do is they'll passively aggressively will kind of eliminate and if they're very sexual, they'll keep fucking you and then fuck somebody else and try to what I call, branch swinging. It's like a monkey that holds on one branch and reaches for the other one and make sure that the other one is stable. And then they swing to the next branch. Or they will remove the sex, and then a guy who's breaking up will, because he doesn't want to be, because you don't want to be a dickhead, right? And then she'll use you as her rebound guy. So you're not having sex, but but what you are doing is she's using you for the comfort of you, all the other things of sex that she can manage. Now, that could go the other way where I know somebody that was, using this guy. Like my boy, his wife left him, and I mean she left him and took everything. Like she took the shower curtains off the shower, you know, like. But she was really into fucking him, so she used to come over to the house, left the house empty, and he was heartbroken, so she would come over and have sex with him. And then the minute he would go, you know, we should try and get back together, and then she would go, see, this is why I don't come over. So she was using him physically. So it could happen either way, where you could be used on an emotional level, or it could be happen where you it could happen where you somebody's using you on a sexual level. Both things can happen. You know?
Oh wow. Yeah, I do.
But either way, but it's all a transition. It's just like you sleeping with women who you may not be. It's that rebooting of the computer. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Women ain't gonna sleep with a guy who she don't want to sleep with, but you're actually utilizing her to reboot so that you can be sane again. And
yeah, you're right. I haven't felt.
And you use each other as a rub and tickle to get past it.
Yeah, you're right. I have been doing that, and I have other partners.
Yeah, so you're being greedy, and you're not being fair.
How am I not being fair?
You know why? Because you know this is not what she wants. You know that.
Right,
I mean, I understand that I have a knack for sorting this out. But you know when somebody likes what the situation is, and you know when they don't like it, right?
You're right. I you know what? A part of me says I maybe I should have just given up for her, but you're right. I have to be true to myself.
Right, because you still wanted her.
Yeah, I did.
And
you
the
know,
fact that
I would have tried.
And you also don't really, I mean, you're already poly, so it's not like her going out with somebody else is fine with you anyway. So you didn't really have to, what your rub is not having her at all in your life.
Yeah.
Not your rub is not sharing her because you're already with that. You're already doing that. You were fine with that in the first place. So you haven't really made the sacrifice. So now the only sacrifice is to be monogamous, and if you're monogamous, bam, you can do that. And but if that's not what you like, how long is that gonna last before you go, hey, this is not my thing?
You're right. I told myself I could at least try when she comes back. I would do it.
But you can also, I mean, you know, there's no sense in you trying if this is not who you are. This is not what you want to do.
You're right. Yeah,
and even if you do it, how long are you going to do it for before you crack?
Or she does over something else. You're right.
Oh, she's definitely going to leave you again, but she'll probably come back again. But that's not the point. It's the point is the writing on the wall is like, we are not on the same page. We don't fit. And that's okay. That we don't fit, but she'll respect you a lot more if you make because clearly she's not able to make the decision on her own.
So what do I do? Just ignore her?
Yeah, well, I mean, what is she calling you or no?
No, she won't talk to me at all.
All right, well, then, because she don't want to talk to you, so stop talking.
Yeah, I stopped.
And get your 5 in.
Yeah, got 3 more.
And eventually, y'all gonna have to have a conversation about it anyway, because you know the bottom line is whatever is being said right now is ridiculous. You do care about each other, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite ice cream?
Cookie dough.
You ever just stop? I mean, how long does it take you how much cookie dough would you have to eat in order for you to go, I don't like cookie dough no more?
Yeah, probably like 3 days worth.
And even then, maybe a month from now, you go back. My point is,
yeah.
My point is, you like what you like. Nobody just changes that way. Even when when there's a really tragic thing, a kind of mistrust and stuff, people just don't fall out of love like that. I mean, you don't, clearly.
No.
And
you kept on saying, I fell out of love.
And you
she's chewing in my face.
you also have another chick that you're poly with, and you already ran through 2 chicks already, and you still ain't over her.
No, I'm not, and it sucks that I'm not.
And you're a dude. You think women get over this
I don't know what's wrong with
easier? No, not at all.
No, they don't.
They're even worse at it. Men are horrible
What are
by
they
that,
worse
but
at?
women are worse at it. And you know why
Wait,
women
I'm
are
sorry,
worse at
what
it?
are they worse at?
Say again?
What are they worse at? I didn't hear that last.
They're worse at getting over it. That's why it becomes vicious. I don't like you. I hate you. You know. But the
Like,
emotion comes from the love and the attraction. You know. But
Damn, I didn't think about that.
You got to stop.
I believed it.
You got to stop being angry and going. You got to just go. Look, I get it. This is not the life you want. And if she don't come back, then you already know, right? But if she comes back and she goes, you know, you got to be honest with you. This is not. You don't want this. It's not what you want. And I get it. And I care about you, but it just is. This is who I am, and I'm sorry I'm not different. It would be great if I was, but we're not. We're just not on the same page. And go get somebody who's into it. You know.
All I wanted to do was tell her that, but she wouldn't even let me do that.
Yeah, but she don't want to hear it.
You're right.
Again, you're not being empathetic. She doesn't want to hear it because you have basically told her. In essence, just like her actions is telling you that she doesn't get down like this. Your actions are saying to her, "I'm not enough," and the reality is that she's not. Right?
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
And it's not a bad thing. It's not. Doesn't say anything, but it's just not the way you're built.
No, it's not.
And that is okay. You just can't be together, you know?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So she's going to come back. She'll probably come back. And, you know, if she doesn't, then you're better off because then you don't have to deal with this. But, I mean, eventually you'll have a conversation. But when she comes back, it's not going to be different.
You're right. It's not going to be different. And you're right. I have to stay true to who I am. It's the only time I ever wanted to be mono, but you're right. It's just fear. It's not who I am.
And then ultimately what happens and you don't want to make promises that you can't keep, because the hardest thing in the world is if you lose your credibility. If you lose your credibility, then it's really hard to get it back. You know? So I always say, like, Judge, you ever see Judge Judy, and the guy gets caught lying in the first 5 minutes of the case, and then then anything you say after that, she don't believe none of it, right?
You're right. She doesn't. You're absolutely right.
So the attractiveness is because you do have credibility, because you were upfront, because she knows she just can't deal with the fact that this is a situation she doesn't like. Okay. And if you have a problem and you need to talk through it, right?
Yeah.
I'll get a consultation and I'll help you get through it. But I tend to think, and you know how to get that one-on-one consultations, DanteNero.com, click on consult. You know how to get me if it gets that bad and you're having a problem, you know what I'm saying, where it's rough, but it actually sounds like you're on your way through this anyways, but you're gonna get bruised a little bit. You know what I mean?
No, you're absolutely right. It's just, I thought we could have compromised because we compromised in the past. You're right. There is no compromise.
You know, I mean, and if there is, but I mean, it doesn't sound to me like you're, you know, like there's a compromise. Okay?
No, you're right. No, there can't be a compromise. And I would have tried, but you're right. She wants monogamy, and she wasn't just going to outright say it.
Yeah, she just doesn't have the ability to, you know. And if you're poly, one of the things that you learn is that you have to be honest. You can't be poly and not be honest, right?
You're right. And it was hard to be honest because she would crash out and be pissed off if I went out.
She don't want you to go out.
She doesn't want me to go out.
She likes you. She wants you around. She wants you around all the time. She doesn't want to share you. She thinks that you're a good thing and that she doesn't want anybody else to have you.
I just wish she told me sooner. I could have said no, thank you, or at least try.
That's just ridiculous. Yeah, I wish, woulda, coulda,
You're right.
shoulda.
No, this is who I am. I tell everybody this is who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm open and honest about it.
Yeah. That doesn't mean everybody else is that way. That's the standards that you keep for yourself. Okay?
You're right. I keep that standard. And you're right. Other people have done this too, where they act like they are and then they crash out and they're angry.
Sure.
You're right. A lot of people cannot be honest.
And she's understand why she's angry. She's angry because she has nowhere to put these emotions.
I know.
And you
I would've talked
you
to
were
her, but I
honest.
didn't. Yes. Day one, I was honest.
Right. So she can't really say, "Oh, you're a piece of shit." She can't do that either. So because you were honest. Okay.
She knew.
And if
but you're right. She'll sabotage.
Yeah.
And that's not fair to me. She sabotage meeting up with others together. She'll just sabotage it and then blame the woman. Or, you're right, it's always some excuse. She's not poly and she's not that bisexual. It's a front.
She's just not who she wants. And even if she thinks that what it is, I mean, I hate to say it, but women get that openness to be kind of fickle like that. It's kind of what we expect,
You're
Okay.
right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've been a mess over this, but what you're telling me is what I've secretly always known.
Yeah.
I just wanted to have the conversation and just compromise.
Yeah, I know.
She started throwing everything in my face.
And you can have it, and you gotta make decisions based on the information that you have. And once you have that information, there's nothing that gets you to the point where there's no reason to be upset. You can be sad, you can mourn. It is it's even like, I say the same thing, because a breakup is kind of like a death, It's like a death. You never get over it. You just learn to cope,
You're right. You're right. Part of me thinks I'd never find anybody who was awesome as that. But you're right. No, somebody leaving all the time, not right for me.
Yeah.
And doesn't communicate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone who is meant for me. And I have partners where they fucking love and adore me and the lifestyle.
Yeah. She's just not the one, bro. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Honestly, I really appreciate you. Thank you a lot.
All right, brother. You sound much better now. I mean, you don't sound happy, but you sound better.
It's kind of a relief. I'd like to have the conversation, but you know what? That'll happen when it happens, if it happens.
Yeah, and you can't make people do what you want them to do.
No.
Okay?
You're right.
All right,
Thank you a lot. You have a good one.
Later.
Thank you, brother.
Cash App 808 Presley. Thank you for the $10, bro. Wow, that was a good one off the top. Let me go through these the phone lines are open, y'all. Y'all know what it is. 929-269-4922. Let's see what everybody dudes need to man up. No, I mean, I don't know about that. I just think sometimes when you're emotional, and this is why I say never let emotions have a seat at the table, because you're in a situation where 808, thank you for the $7 on the Cash App. You the best, baby. Thank you. Somebody knows that we doing big things in here, and the way we handle this kind of awkward situation with the poise and the intellect, where it's, I just want y'all to see that these things, you can navigate them. You can navigate everything. There's no problems. There's only solutions. And then we die, but you got to be in a situation where you're willing to be honest with yourself and honest with other people. You have to maintain your integrity, and you have to be empathetic. And here's the thing where he's not empathetic to what her feelings is, even though that obviously she has a problem with this, you know? And, you know, you got to find somebody else if you want something else. And I don't mean that's anything. I'm not one to judge it. If you like if you want a woman that's 6'6", right, and you dating somebody that's 4'11", and you like my buddy Kenny Joseph, he love a big girl. He don't touch nothing under 230. So if a skinny girl try to talk to him, he's like, yuck, poo, yucky poo. Who am I to say he shouldn't like what he like? You know what I'm saying? We get to do what we want to do. How awesome is that? Big shouts to Brian, man. Thank you for the $20, brother, on the Cash App. You get to be who you want to be. You get to do what you want to do. And if you don't know how to do what you want to do, put a consultation and I'll teach you. It's really that simple. But things come to an end. You have to understand, too, that love and relationships is just like music, right? We don't ever not play a song because it might end. The real process is what we want to do is we want to experience the song. We want to, you have to experience life, even if it comes to an end. He's been messing with that chick for 5 years. That's 5 years of him excitement and being with somebody who he thought was really awesome. And I mean, some people never find that. So it's definitely a win, you know? And maybe he'll come to a time where he's not polyamorous, and maybe when that happens, she might not even be available. Who knows? But the point is, you got to be present. You got to be present in your life so that you can enjoy it as it comes. I know it sounds more complicated than it is, and I know that I simplify it in ways that it just doesn't seem like it's possible, but it's really, really simple. It just doesn't always work the way we want. In fact, nothing does, because nobody's out of this alive. So if you get your absolute best life and all the things that you want and the family and the kids and the money and eventually you die. It's over. So you better work at trying to get what, making an idea about making a decision about, and be intentful about the decisions that you make so you can have the things that you want so that you can live your life, because it ain't forever. And y'all know I'm atheist, so it's like I ain't trying to bet on the afterlife. I'm hoping that some dude in the sky has got a whole nother setup for me that I'll wait till then. Bullshit. Fuck out of here. You must be nuts. Because if that was the case, why would you have little kids with AIDS and shit? It's crazy. Big shout to Brian Lorenzo. Thank you for the $10, my brother. So, all right, here's let me go through these real quick. The phone lines are open, 929-269-4922. To me, let me put this up real quick, and I'll just read it. To me, being empathetic to her, this guy sounds like he loses his cool, which I could see her withholding and not feeling like she could communicate with. Nah, he actually doesn't. I don't agree with that at all. I believe that he absolutely is communicating with her, and what he's doing is he's communicating with her, and he expects her to have the same code that she wants. You can't decide what somebody else's code is. If this is how you rock, right, doesn't mean everybody else rocks the same way. Common sense ain't common. If it was, everybody would know. And so just because you know how to communicate or you know how to express what you want, she probably loves the guy, and she probably she feels that very insecure, like she's gonna lose him. if she shares him, and she's sabotaging it because she doesn't want to go through the pain of being lost. So I don't think it's, yes, he's not being empathetic because he knew that she didn't like this. There's no way that somebody crashes out so many times and y'all break up so many times that you don't even know how many times it is, unless you're failing, you're believing the narrative that you want to believe. Let's see what Jared says. Jared Haynes says she sounds like she got him on the string. She breaks it because she knows she can get him back when she... No, I don't agree with that either. I think that she's in pain because she wants this guy. I mean, I'm not a guy who... I don't think that... I just don't see women as diabolical the way the internet... They're just not. I mean, they have emotions. They're not... Women are... They're emotional just as well as guys. He was just as emotional as she was, just in a different way. And she doesn't really know how to express it. And she wished she didn't give a... I can't tell you how many times I've been with women who... feel the way they feel about me, and then I don't feel the same, but we still rock, and it's painful and it's depressing. But shit, look, eat the cake. If you got the cake, eat the cake. Stop worrying about the decorations on the top. That don't matter. If it tastes good, chew it up and let it slide down your throat. Excuse the because hey, there's people that don't get cake. You know what I mean? Yes. Let's go Cards 04. Make ultimate decisions. Don't give ultimatums. The negotiation, you know what the situation is. Make the decision on the information that you have, not what it should be. We don't buy houses on the appraisal of what it was appraised 10 years ago or 10 years in the future. We buy the house based on what it is appraised at the time when we appraise it. That's what the price is. Anthony goes, I just got here. She sounds like a hot mess. Nah, come on, dog. How's it any different than anybody else? This is what happens, man. And let me be clear about this. You don't want women to be obsessed with you? Get off my live. Because if you here and you listening to what the fuck I'm saying, and you're practicing the thing you're gonna affect women in a way that they've never been affected before, and they're gonna act. They're going to be possessive, and they're going to desire you in ways that you never thought possible, and they're going to be emotional outbursts and stuff, and you have to maintain your logic and your consistency and still the empathy. And sometimes you got to let somebody go because you know that this is not, them being with you is painful for them. He needs more options. Yeah, he does. But I think Jared says he needs more options. Look, everybody needs more options. But the bottom line is she got his nose open. He likes her. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. He likes her. I mean, can't it be just that simple that he likes her? Like, why can't it just be that? Does it have to be adversarial? Nah, just sometimes people like each other and it don't always work out. Victor Garst, I think, says, love you, man. Been listening since 2014. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Vic. Yo, Dante, a big fan of yours since the Black Phillip show. Thank you. He goes, I remember you saying relationships got harder the longer they go on. Can you explain any general advice since you and Patrice said that way back when you rate? Well, here's the thing, and I've said this 1,000 times, so anybody who listens is on the live regularly. I do not subscribe to a lot of the stuff that we talked about on Black Phillip. It just is outdated. And a lot of the stuff that we were talking about that time, understand that we were, I'll get back to that in a minute. But there's just a lot of stuff that has happened since then, and I'm just older and more mature and smarter, and just have more experience. What's your name? Where you calling from, family?
Hey, this is Rose calling from East Orange, New Jersey.
This is who?
Rose. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Rose?
Rose. Like the flower.
Rose. Hey, Rose, how you doing, sweetheart? How can I help you?
All right, and yourself?
I'm great. I'm great. Good to hear your voice.
Happy that you have me right now. So I have a small dilemma if you could help me out.
Sure. Let's go.
So basically, I'm not sure if I'm being controlling in this aspect. Basically, me and this guy, we've been dating for 6 months, and there seems to be a reoccurring thing where whenever we have an issue, he will go and talk to his friends.
Okay.
And which is fine, I guess. You know, you're venting to your inner circle, but it's awkward whenever I come around. But there was this incident that happened a few weeks back where we were out to dinner with him and his friends, and it happened a while ago, so I can't recall verbatim, but his friend was basically making a joke about him being a masochist for I guess being with me. And I can't recall like word for word what he said verbatim, but that was my takeaway. They were jokingly calling him a masochist.
Okay, let me
Which
ask
I
you this.
believe
Why
is-
is he when somebody says that, you know what the implication is, right? The implication is that you're the sadist, right? Why would he make reference to the fact that you're a sadist? And is there anything to that?
I guess there is. This is just my takeaway, because again, it seemed like an inside joke between them, but I kind of got what was happening. And with me and the guys that I've been seeing for 6 months, I guess I can be a bit nitpicky when
Okay.
it comes to him. But
Okay, when it
it's
comes to what? Like, for instance?
What's a good example?
I know you
Oh,
know
here's a
one
good
because
one.
you probably do it all the
Yeah.
time. So let's be honest and spit it out.
More recently, we had an incident where, actually, for the past few weeks, I've been asking him to get me flowers, and he has not. For whatever reason, I don't want to like drag this out, but for whatever reason, he hasn't. And more recently, I made that a big issue within the last few days, because for the last few weeks I've been asking and it hasn't been happening. But and I explained this to him, it's not about the flowers. It's about the fact that, I need to see if you care about making me happy. So it comes across as nitpicky, which is why I think they're calling him a masochist, because it's like it doesn't seem like a big deal from the outside looking in. But to me, and this is what I explained to him, it's not all about the flowers. I need to be with somebody who cares about making
Yeah, but
me
it
happy.
is about the flowers because you asked for flowers, right?
I do like flowers.
Okay, so let's be honest. It's about flowers. I understand there's anything we do, there's a deeper implication. Do you like this guy?
A lot.
Okay.
Intensely.
Is he good to you?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the question. Why do you think he doesn't get you flowers?
He told me, what he originally told me when I first brought it up is that he just doesn't see the point or the purpose in it. They die and just,
Right,
all
so he
this
feels like it's a waste of money.
Yes, but what I told him is that at that point, you're making it about you and not about me.
No,
because he's so careful.
wait.
Oh,
Yes, he is making it about you, but you're making it about you as well.
yes.
Okay. So here's my thing. Is him buying you flowers non-negotiable? Like, are you willing to break it off with him because he don't buy you flowers?
That's exactly what happened.
Okay. And do you think? And you said you like this guy, so flowers is the full stop, right? So you were like, your non-negotiables. If a guy don't buy me flowers, I'm breaking up with him. Let me ask you this: if he bought you flowers, but he was fucking somebody else, would you be okay as long as he bought you flowers?
I would absolutely not be okay with that.
Okay, so is he a good guy? Is he kind to you?
Absolutely.
Does he take
He's
you? Yo,
very
do you go
good.
out? Does he pay the bill when you go out? Does he? If you want something to do, if you want to go eat, if you want to do something, would he do that with you?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't think that you're being a little unreasonable about that?
I can be honest in seeing that there's, you know, it's a bit extreme. I am being unreasonable, but a part of me feels like I have to.
Why do you
be
have to?
unreasonable.
Why do you have to do?
Because in my past, I feel like
stop.
I've been
Step on the brakes.
okay.
Were you with him in the past?
No, I wasn't.
So in the past, you were with some guy who didn't do what?
Not that. Well,
Oh yeah, yes. It's not that. It is that. Because I already know what you're gonna say. In the past, I was with a guy and he didn't do this and and I didn't speak up, and because I didn't speak up, I didn't da 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 da. That's what you're getting ready to say, right?
yes.
And so I feel so now. Your past relationships about being around guys who are incompatible to you now becomes his problem. Do you think that's fair?
No, it's not fair.
And you like this guy, right? So now you're gonna fuck this up, right? Because of some idiot before you, really, which is not even some idiot before you, because you fucked up. You fucked up what happened before, right? And you stuck around with somebody and so now you got a chip on your shoulder. So when we get down to it, then you are a sadist. Because you're literally torturing him for something that he never even did.
Yes, and I you're right. It's just I hate the way it sounds when you say it out.
Well,
I do feel like I have.
You have to. What do you think? What is going to happen other than you going to not be with this guy?
I mean, it would suck if we weren't together. But can I just say that the reason why I can justify my actions is because I feel like if I basically it's like a shit test. Unfortunately, that's basically what I'm doing.
Okay, let me ask you. What is it? What did you say it was?
I called it a shit test.
And in the context of an honest and open and progressive relationship, when do you ever use the terminology shit?
Well,
do you understand my point? You know it's fucked up. That's why you call it a shit test, right? And you want him to jump through these hoops. So because you have a certain level of insecurity, and because of your insecurity, you want him to jump these hoops so that you can believe that he thinks you're worth it. You're making him prove to you that he cares, right? Big shout, thanks Theo for the $5 on the Cash App.
Essentially, I just need to see if he really wants to be here and that he doesn't just want like the idea of me and that he really wants me.
I just said that. You're testing him.
Essentially, yeah.
But you're testing him because of some dirtbag before him. How is that fair?
So then, okay, my vetting process is flawed. I can admit that. So then what's the alternative so that I don't get my time wasted?
Are you like this guy? How are you wasting your time?
Well, I like him, but I would like for there to be an end goal, you know?
You'd like there to be a what?
Like, Like, I want to play a role in his life. I don't want to just.
Well, if you want to play a role in his life, then what do? You show him that you're worthy of being in his life. Wouldn't that make sense?
Yes, that would make sense.
Well, it all makes sense,
Yeah.
right? And I understand that you're uncomfortable with this because I'm making you. Big shout out to Brian Lorenzo. Thank you for the $10, bro. I want you to hear it out loud because you sound fucked up, and you know it sounds fucked up, right?
Yes, I could admit that it's a bit extreme. It was extreme.
It's
But
not even a bit
part of me
extreme.
felt like-
It's honestly, it's fucked up what you're doing, and you're gonna
Okay.
chase this guy away. And if you don't chase and he's too soft to tell you to fuck off, he's gonna resent you. And then when he starts resenting you, right, then you're really gonna get the horns.
Mhm.
I'm gonna explain something to you, right?
Sure.
In the context of, I don't know if you listen to the show. Do you listen to the show before or?
Oh, regularly. I love this show, actually.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna give you me as an example, right? I'm a really kind dude, right? I'm really generous, right?
Yes.
I don't judge people. I mean, you can see that and what you see is what you get. What I will not do is I'm not going to do what I don't want to do, right? And if you try to make me do something I don't want to do, you're going to have a problem, right? Because not only am I not going to do what you want me to do, but you ain't going to be happy about none of it. I'm not going to be the only one that's worried about whether or not you're mad at me. Did I bring I'm going to be like, fuck you and your flowers. How about that? And your fucking shit tests. And all the rest of the stuff, because now I ain't doing shit and fuck, I'm out. Now, most guys are not like that. And they don't give you that energy up front because they like you, because they're investing in, they're trying to be nice. But what happens is, what you're doing is you're just taking advantage of him because he's being kind. And you're taking advantage of his kindness. Now, let me ask you something. If you were agreeable, right? And you weren't giving him shit tests, and you were in the moment of just enjoying his time and his energy, do you really think that he wouldn't buy you some fucking flowers? Let me explain something about men. We love our women to be happy. We love our women to go, man, my man, he is the best. Sometimes I think about something and he does it for me, even before I formed it in my own head. You know what? Hey, we love it if you go, hey, how you feeling, babe? Can I suck your dick? You don't even know how far that goes. I remember going out on a date with a girl one time, and I went to the bathroom. When I came back, the bill was paid. And I was like, can I get the check? And the lady, she goes, come on, let's go. I got to pay the check. She goes, I already took care of it. Do you understand how far that goes in the when it comes to a man? Instead of you saying, hey, I am worth this, and this is what I expect of you. And you're going to do this before I'm going to be the person that you want me to be. All you're going to do is run people away, and you're going to end up like Tracy Ellis Ross, lonely and a cunt.
Oh, damn. What did she do?
Well, I don't know if you know what her situation, like she's 50-some years old, never had a man, and she got a big old booty, and everybody's going, internet's going crazy, but she's awful. So she just goes through and she uses guys as they come along. But as she gets old, she's still in, she still look good, got a fat booty, she's 50 years old, whatever. But there will come a time when she's not those things, and because because she's as shallow as she is, eventually she will end up alone. And people will not like her. When the looks go and they don't want to fuck her no more, she'll have nobody. You understand? So you got to understand, you put your best foot forward and you be the person, the good person that you are. Because let's say, for instance, and I've had situations where I've had guys who I've helped and women who I've helped and people, and they did. I had a guy who I literally saved his relationship, and he ended up marrying the woman that I helped him with, right? And when he came down to the wedding, he didn't even invite me to the wedding. And we were pretty good friends, and he didn't invite me to the wedding. You know why he didn't invite me to the wedding? Because his wife was running his life, right? And she was making him jump through hoops. And so he felt like if he invited me, she would be offended because I helped him get through the relationship. But guess what happened to the relationship? I don't even keep tabs, but I already know what's going to happen. She didn't respect him before, and she doesn't respect him now. You understand? Mm-hmm. And so even though he has a wife now and kids, she's running his life. She's giving him what you call shit tests. And even when she's not giving him shit tests when she's got an attitude or she doesn't use him as a person to support her. She uses him as a punching bag. And you have to understand, I understand that you clearly have been through some kind of trauma with your last relationship, but that ain't the next guy's fault. And if you like this guy, be kind to him, and that's when you'll see what the nature of who he is really inside. Now, if you find a situation where you're being nice, right, and you're not getting, it's not reciprocated back, you don't have to fight, you just leave. Do you understand how much cooler it is for you to say, listen, there's certain things that I want in this relationship, and you're just not the person that I thought you were, and I'm going to move on. Do you understand how ice cold that is, but how sobering that is to say that?
I hear you.
Relationships are really easy. You just got to know what your non-negotiables and never negotiate them. He's a young dude, so he's putting up with your shit. But it's...
Oh, that...
Go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off. I just want to add context. That was part of my original question. It's an age gap as well, which I feel like plays a part.
He's older or you're older?
He's older. I'm 25 and he's 34. Yeah,
he ain't going to put up with it much longer. He'll just get somebody else. Our peace of mind is so much more important. And if you just suck his dick and treat him nice and make him a sandwich, he'll get you all the flowers you want, even if he thinks it's a waste. But what you're doing is you're being cunty. And you know that. And your justification is that somebody else hurt you and didn't do what you wanted them to do. You know that's not fair. Right?
Okay.
And if you like this guy, take a chance and like him. Understand something. When you bring value to people's lives, right? If they're good people, they will value the fact that you bring energy and peace of mind to their lives, and they'll do anything for you. But unless they're broken and they got a bad spirit, but even if they got a bad spirit, you'll know that they're not reciprocating. There's going to be enough stuff. Let's say if you make it with this guy, right? You're going to go through problems and different things that you're going to have to deal with. Don't create problems in the relationship to make, the shit. That's why they call it a shit test. That's why they call it a shit test. It's useless, right. It's annoying, and it stinks. It's just a fucked up thing to do to somebody. I give you one more example, and I'm going to let you go. I give you the last word. Years ago, every time when I was young, I always had a nice car, right? And I would always put a nice car sound system in the car, right? And
Yeah.
I'm older, so I grew up during the crack era, right? And
Right.
no matter what would happen, right, at some point in time, in the course of a year and a half, somebody would bust my window and take my car radio and take my speakers, right? But I was always made money and always had a good hustle. And you know what I would do the next day after that? I would get the window fixed. I'd have them vacuum the glass out, and then I would put a better system in it the second time. Now, I always say this to some. I was saying this. I was talking to my nephew one time, and I said, "Who would you rather be? Would you rather be the guy who, on a rainy, dreary night, has to bust somebody's window, climb through a window on their stomach through glass, right? Yank somebody else's equipment out so that they could fucking sell it to somebody for a quarter of the price so that they could get drugs and smoke crack and then do it again the next day until they get arrested and get locked up? Or would you rather be me, who wakes up the next morning with his car fucked up and then gets a better system the next day? Which would you rather be?
Definitely the driver.
So even though there's things that happen that are negative, if you maintain your peace of mind and you treat people with kindness and energy and positive energy, there is nobody. And I mean, I don't know if there's anybody in the chat. Well, I know Theo's in the chat, and there's people in the chat who have had direct relationships with me, with consultations. That don't forget DanteNero.com. Click on consult. Who have done consultations with me where anybody would ever say something bad about me. Nobody. Now they might say if you cross them and you get that smoke, you ain't gonna like the other side of him. But nobody would say I'm that guy. And because of that, right? People think of me in the way. So me removing myself from people's lives, right, is a benefit. It's a loss to them. So if you fuck me and I stop fucking with you, you're the one that loses. So always, Rose, always make yourself valuable in people's lives. And you will have, everybody will be knocking down the door to put a ring on your finger and do the things that you want to do. And I guarantee if you stop giving this guy a hard time, because if his friends are saying that he's a masochist, it's because you're torturing him. And you said it yourself, you are. Well, is that what you want to be?
Not at all. I want to bring in peace.
Don't you want to be the girl that his friends are like, man, I love your girl. She got a sister, and she's just so sweet and so kind, and she's thoughtful, and we come around, and she's like, does anybody want something to drink? Oh, I baked cookies. Like, that's what we want. And if you act like that, guess, I guarantee you'll get more flowers than you ever thought you needed. He'll buy you a garden, okay?
Oh, just really quickly, I feel like, I mean, first off, I really, really appreciate this reality check for sure. But my original question, essentially, how do I navigate, like, I know there's a fine line between being controlling and, like, when he vents to his friends, I get that you want somebody to speak to, but now it's awkward when I come around. So how do I navigate, not being controlling, but still letting him vent?
How about you apologize?
How
about you apologize? How about you, when you get off the phone with me, call him up and say, listen, I'm really sorry. I was being selfish, and it's because I've had things happen to me before, and I was really taking it out on you, and I'm really sorry, and I really want to be the girlfriend that you want me to be. So if you don't ever buy me a flower, I want you to know I care about you. I care about you, and I want to make you happy. And I want you to be able to talk to me. Now, here's the thing. If you give that speech, you got to be that speech. You understand?
Right.
You can't give that speech and then go back, because then you lose your credibility. Then he's not going to believe you. You understand? That means you got to
Right.
really be open and not let your you got to be honest with him. And you got to be kind. I mean, you like him, so don't you want to do nice things for him?
Absolutely.
So then wouldn't that make you feel better? Wouldn't that give you a lightness of heart, because you got a guy that you like? You understand something? This is how the internet got us all fucked up, right? The person who takes advantage of the person, I'm never going to be the person that gets taken advantage of, right? The only difference, what I would say, is when somebody takes advantage, you only let them do it once. And then remove yourself from their life. They will chase you across the 7 seas. Because there will come a time where sometimes people, it takes people maturity and things to happen. They'll realize that how special you were in your life. I have women who knew me when I was 19 years old that checks in. Hey, what's up? I just wanted to see. I'm like, give me some pussy. I know why you're back. I know you're back because you have went through your life. You have compared me to all these other people. And when it comes to it, I was the best thing that ever happened to you because I led with kindness and honesty and generosity. And if you do the shit test and the stuff that you're doing, then I don't pick up your phone. And then you have to walk around knowing that you had no effect on my life at all. You were nothing. That ain't an easy nut to swallow. You understand? So call him up and apologize and make him a sandwich and suck his dick. He'll buy you the botanical gardens. You understand?
I hear you.
Okay. All right, Rose. Thank you for calling, sweetie.
Thank you so much. And just one more thing. I'm so sorry. I really appreciate all this, by the way. But I was listening to Godfrey's podcast earlier, and I know this is a relationship podcast, but if you had the time, I would love to hear more stories about the Peppermint Lounge in East Orange, or that Orange, New Jersey. Well,
we're going live. So you can come in on the super chats and stuff. He'll just mention that. He'll do it. He'll talk about it. Godfrey loves talking about himself. So. Okay.
Okay, for sure.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, baby. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sweet girl. Just, this is what happens when you have trauma. When you've been through trauma, when some knucklehead, running, and she's like, "Oh, I don't want to be." But God, how awful must that be that you have love and kindness to give and you can't give it? It's just horrible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna lie. There's people that don't deserve it, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. I remember that the relationships get longer. Okay, I was talking about relationships getting longer. The longer it is because you get comfortable and you're not diligent. The same way I say that if you have a relationship, you got to date your girlfriend. You got to do the special things that you wouldn't normally do, even when you're 20 years in. You got to be kind. You got to remember these things. You got to do these special things. And sometimes people take it for granted, but you don't do it for them. You do it for you. So that when you look in the mirror and somebody says, "Well, you ain't shit," and you go, "Yeah, bitch," and you're wrong about that. I don't give a shit about you. Okay, good luck. Good luck with that. You hit them streets and see what, because I know my friends ain't shit. None of my friends ain't shit. So you can go around and test drive them knuckleheads and see how that works out. It ain't gonna be good. So I think you have to be diligent. My point is you got to be diligent. The longer the relationship, the more lackadays you get lazy and you don't date your girlfriend but you also are not reasonable, fair, and firm. You're not firm about your you're also not firm about your boundaries, and you start giving, you start wavering away from what you understand. This, like I said this 100 times, You know, relationships are really easy. Just know your non-negotiables and never negotiate them. And with time, when you're with somebody, you start to move the boundaries back. You move the goalposts, and then people are taking advantage of you. And then and they're only doing it because you've let them. So there's that. Let's see. He was saying he's trying to get 100% out of 80%. Yeah. Watch, take a shot in time. Okay. Lethal Flatfoot says, watch this back and take a shot every time you said you're right. That's the new drinking game? You're right. You're right, Dante. You're right. I know. You're right. This man was lucky enough to go back and forth with Patrice. For that alone, I respect you, Dante. You know, I appreciate that, but I mean, people don't understand. I think sometimes people don't. They don't understand that Patrice had his own demons. You know what I'm saying? And he was trying to figure those out. And our friendship came from our imperfections, and we were close because I knew what his weaknesses were. So yeah, you know, as much as we you know, he had issues on his own, and we were both trying to be better human beings. So I appreciate the Black Phillip, but I mean, it was so long ago. I mean, we did that show in 2006. I mean, we're almost 20 years. It's almost 20 years ago. And if I haven't learned more and understand more about these things, man, I might as well shoot myself in the head, because it's 20 years of experience that I should have learned more than I knew back then. Dante, would you be with the woman who had 3 boys from another man? Probably not. I mean, there's always a context in a situation where it would happen. First of all, are all her 3 boys 25 years old? Are they successful? Are they out of the house? I mean, just taking that on is a lot, man. It's a lot. And then the question is the father still around? Is the father still in? I mean, you're just taking on so much with 3 boys and a baby daddy, and it's just, you know, I'm not saying it can't work. I'm just saying she's got to be a really special person to take that load on, and that's no disrespect to women of you know, with baby daddies and stuff, but like, I mean, why, you know, look, if you got a dirty dish in the thing, man, just take a clean one out of the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? You're taking a whole lot of nonsense. Let's see if we get this. I gotta shut this down in a minute, though.
From Jersey.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What's your name? Where you calling from, family?
Yo, it's Wolver from Jersey.
What up, kid? How can I help you?
How you doing, bro?
How can I help you?
No, so I don't have a question per se. In terms of relationship, I was just curious. If someone were to randomly, like, challenge you to a salsa battle, I'm curious to know if you could still tear up the dance floor.
I'm rusty. How long do I get to get sharp again?
As long as you need, man.
If you gave me 2 months, I can rock out. Why? Do you dance? Do you dance?
Currently, I'm dating a girl that she works at a dance school.
Okay. What school? What school?
It's called Bergen Pack. It's in Englewood, New Jersey.
Okay. All right.
So sometimes, like on Tuesdays, they'll give free salsa classes. I'm trying to learn how to dance salsa.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, man. If 2 months of grinding, I can get sharp again. I can get sharp again. I mean,
all right.
But it would take me a little time. I mean, look, I have some. You know how you get those? I don't know if you're at that point, but there's certain turn combinations that you don't that you don't forget. You know, there's definitely, you know, I know my basics and I know my some turn combinations, but I mean, give me 2 months, I'll sharpen. I think I would actually be better now if I sharpen up again, because when I was learning, I don't know if you noticed that when you're learning now, you're all tense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're counting in your head, trying to keep count, you know? I would approach it from a whole different perspective, you know, than I did then. You know, because when you're trying so hard to do it perfect, it's harder to do, you know?
I got you, brother. But yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't really have any questions per se in terms of relationship. I just curious. That thing popped up in my head. I thought you were live. I was like, let me ask Dante if he's
Yeah. I appreciate you calling, man. Thank you, family. I appreciate you calling in.
Nah, I appreciate you, brother. Have a good one.
All right, I'll holler. Somebody, New Rhino TV says, Dante Nero, I recommend you to a dope black love and dating YouTuber. His platform is called We Need to Talk. He has a series where I think you'd appreciate his talking style. All right, well, if he hits me up, we'll figure it out. We'll chop it up. Why does having your own make it different? I'm not sure. What do you mean, your own girl, your own place? Well, I think what happened. Here's what I guess, in the perspective of this, if you earn something and you work for it, you cherish it in a different way because you made sacrifices to get there. I think that's just in general. I had a friend of mine. He always bought his son a new car, and every time he bought his son a new car, he'd wrap it around a fucking tree or put it in a ditch. He didn't take care of his car until he actually paid for it. So I think that the things that are relevant to people is when you have to make sacrifices to get them. So, because being a stepdad is a lot when you don't have your own. Oh, okay. I guess you were talking about kids. And honestly, to me, I wouldn't deal with a woman with kids if I didn't have any. I wouldn't either. I mean, I mean, there's always that one chick that's just dope like that. But what you find a lot of times is women don't have their kids. They love their kids. Understand that they're going to put their kid before you, right? So if they understand that you're going to be second in line no matter what happens. And to be honest, you should be, because what kind of mother would she be? But the point is, why would you do that and it's not your kid, you know? Don't get me wrong. I'm saying I've done it myself. I know I've done it a couple of times. But the point is, if you ask me now, would I? Absolutely not. Especially not if I was young. And I'm older now, so you know what I'm saying? You ain't going to get a grown-ass woman if she don't have a kid or something like that. But I also am not going to let her issues be my problem. Not to say that I wouldn't help. I'm just saying I don't want it to be my problem. If she got some crazy baby father who's still in love with her, and it's just not worth the time. How long is too long for talking on the phone time-wise? After going on a few dates with a person, I like talking on the phone for dumb long. If she's with it, fine. Talking is always a good thing. They get to learn your voice and hear your tone, and that's where I was just talking about that kind of pair bonding, the fact that somebody hears your voice and the tone of your voice. And if you're interesting enough that you can talk and she wants to talk, she likes you, and it's just going to help kind of prime the pump so that y'all have it just makes it more intimate, which is the thing that I hate, the fact that there's so many young dudes, 808 Presley, that don't want to talk on the phone. I mean, it's a very intimate thing on the phone, laid up in the bed, listening to the tone of each other's voice. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I do think you have to be self-aware of the fact that when the relationship is when the conversation is lost its steam. So anyway, men have a physical dominance, and women try to establish emotional dominance. Yeah, sometimes. I mean, look, if you act pussy, you will get fucked. So the problem is that what happens, that's what I was telling Rose, that young lady, is what'll happen is the guy will resent you. He will resent you for the shit that you're putting him through. He says establish an emotional dominance is evil. I don't know. When you say it's quite evil, I don't really think it's quite evil. I don't think it's intentional. I just think it's, very rarely women. I mean, I'm not saying that women don't do malicious things, but even when they do malicious things, they're doing malicious things because of the fact of their own personal trauma. Like Rose is going through this because her feelings got hurt and she doesn't want to get her feelings in, so she doesn't want to be her true self anyway because she's too insecure to be herself. That's the problem. And the problem, what is more attractive than somebody that wakes up every day and wants to make you happy? It just makes you want to make them happy, unless, of course, you're a dirtbag. So there's that. We got to shut this down, but I'm trying to get through all this. Yeah, she was asking a question, then she goes, I guess there is. Yeah, well, she's saying yes. It's hard. I mean, I really loved her call because she was honest. I mean, she wasn't like absolutely, because you don't really get people to do that. But she was honest. I mean, she owned up to it, which is more than most. More than most. Could just nick some around. I don't know what that means. Trixie B, what's up, mama? I was just going to say, they are in the power struggle. Yeah, they're in a power. But she doesn't even know they're in a power struggle. She just knows. She just knows that she's having a rough time. Like she's having a rough time and she's caught up. I think I gotta shut this down because I gotta do Godfrey's tonight. Dante is surgical with the precisions. Don't even need the full story. Already sees of what. Yeah, it is. I've been doing it a long time, so I can usually see. What it is. Yeah, she wants the flowers, but she's saying it's the flowers, but it's not the flowers. But what she really wants to do is prove to me that you care about me. What's up, Angie, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, right. Exactly, Trixie. He doesn't want to get the flowers because she's forcing him. If she was just kind to him, he'd buy her all the flowers that she wants. You got it, girl. You ain't gonna have no problem, Trixie. La Di Stefano, no, actually it wasn't Di Stefano. He was hopeless. Di Stefano was hopeless, still is, but that's a whole nother thing. Dante's IT department, I've consulted with Dante and he's an honest dude. Please, damn, what did you say? Trixie says, damn, she sounds sad now. Yeah, because she's sad because she's in a situation where she's recognizing she wasn't kind. She wasn't being good. She wasn't being a good person. So, it is what it is. But, we all do that. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a good person. You want to be able to look in the mirror and like what you see. So, be what you want. Angie's in the building. Be what you want, young lady, and track what you are. We got a couple more, and then I'm gonna shut this down. Apology changes. The phone lines are open, so I got time for one more call. If I don't get through all the comments, Dante spit some game on Cole meeting a girl at the Walmart. Facts. Okay, I think we're gonna shut it down. Shit, I got a few more comments. Let me see if we got Harry's in the building. Where you at, Harry? What did he say? Please let him know I'm going. Oh, Harry's going on live after this. Check out Harry's channel right after Harry Turjanian. You know what it is, TER. He's going on live right after. All right, I think we're gonna shut this down because I gotta get ready to go live with Godfrey. Man, I love y'all, man, for real. Let me just go through this real quick. Let's get the balance up. Y'all know what it is. Don't forget the Patreon, please. The Patreon is www.patreon.com. Please like and subscribe. Sign up for the Patreon. That's the best way to support the show. It's a little, it's a little $9 thing to support us. I'd appreciate that, man. It keeps us keep doing it. We just upgraded trying to upgrade the system and everything. So there's that. Plus, you, the Patreon members, control the content and what the content is. Y'all know what the Cash App is. Please hit me with the Cash App. Send me some money. $$ Dante Nero. You know the QR code is up there. Don't forget one-on-one consultations. DanteNero.com. Click on consult. And the PayPal is Modest Guru. If you're out of the country and overseas, I know a lot of them don't have the Cash App. So PayPal is at Modest Guru Inc. Thank you so much, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. GYBB, get your balls back. WWDD, What Would Dante Do? The Sexual Revolution is being podcasted. Love y'all, man. We out. Peace.